Rome. The very name evokes images of gladiators, emperors, and a civilization that once dominated the known world. It's a city steeped in history, where the ancient and modern intertwine. For millennia, Rome has captivated the imagination of poets, artists, and travelers. Its story is a tapestry woven from legend, ambition, triumph, and tragedy. From its humble beginnings as a small village on the banks of the Tiber River, Rome grew to become a mighty empire. It left an indelible mark on Western civilization. Its laws, language, architecture, and art continue to influence us today. Join us as we journey through time to uncover the complete history of Rome. We will explore its legendary founding, its rise to power, and its enduring legacy. This is the story of Rome, the eternal city, a city that continues to captivate and inspire the world. Every great city needs a founding myth. Rome's origin story is no exception. This legendary tale begins with twin brothers Romulus and Remus. Abandoned as infants, they were rescued and nursed by a she-wolf. As they grew older, the twins decided to build a city. However, a quarrel erupted between them. Romulus killed Remus and became the sole founder of Rome. This event, said to have taken place in 753 BC, marks the traditional date for the founding of Rome. While the legend of Romulus and Remus may be more myth than history, it speaks to the Roman character. It emphasizes themes of ambition, rivalry, and destiny that would shape the city's future. The story also highlights the importance of wolves in Roman mythology, symbolizing both strength and protection. In its early years, Rome was ruled by kings. These 7 kings, some Roman, some Etruscan, laid the foundations for Roman society. They established institutions and customs that would influence Rome for centuries to come. However, Roman kingship was not destined to last. In 509 BC, the last king, Tarquin the Proud, was overthrown. The Romans, weary of tyrannical rule, established a new form of government, the Republic. Under the Republic, power was shared among different groups. 2 consuls, elected annually, served as the chief magistrates. The Senate, a council of elders, advised the consuls and held significant influence. The transition to a republic marked a turning point in Roman history. It established the principles of shared power, civic duty, and the rule of law. These ideals would shape the Roman Republic's expansion and eventual dominance of the Mediterranean world. The early centuries of the Roman Republic were marked by both internal strife and external expansion. Rome faced challenges from neighboring tribes and internal social conflicts. However, the Romans proved to be resilient and adaptable. They gradually expanded their territory and influence throughout the Italian peninsula. Rome's rise to power was not without its setbacks. The Punic Wars, a series of conflicts with the powerful Carthaginian Empire, tested Rome's strength. The Second Punic War in particular saw the Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca inflict devastating defeats on Roman legions. However, Rome persevered, ultimately defeating Hannibal and destroying Carthage. By the end of the Punic Wars, Rome had emerged as the dominant power in the Western Mediterranean. Its legions were feared throughout the known world. The Republic's success was due in part to its military prowess, but also to its political acumen and its ability to incorporate conquered peoples into Roman society. Section 5. The Fall of the Republic and the Rise of Augustus. The Roman Republic, once a model of stability and civic virtue, began to crumble under its own weight. The influx of wealth and slaves from conquered territories created vast economic inequality. Political corruption and violence became rampant. A series of civil wars erupted, pitting ambitious generals against one another for control of the Republic. One such general, Julius Caesar, emerged from the chaos. A brilliant military strategist and charismatic leader, Caesar conquered Gaul, defeated his rivals, and assumed near absolute power. His assassination in 44 BC, however, plunged the Republic into a new round of civil war. Caesar's adopted son Octavian ultimately emerged victorious. Known as Augustus, he consolidated power and established the Roman Empire. While Augustus maintained the outward forms of the Republic, he effectively ruled as the first Roman emperor. Section 6. Pax Romana, a golden age. Augustus's reign ushered in a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity known as the Pax Romana, or Roman peace. For 2 centuries, the Roman Empire experienced relative stability and security. This era saw a flourishing of Roman culture, engineering, and administration. Under the Pax Romana, the Roman Empire reached its greatest territorial extent. Its borders stretched from Britain in the north to Egypt in the south, from Spain in the west to Syria in the east. Roman law, language, and culture spread throughout the empire. The Pax Romana was a time of significant achievements in architecture, literature, and the arts. The Romans built impressive roads, aqueducts, and public buildings that still stand today as testaments to their engineering skills. Roman literature flourished, with writers like Virgil, Horace, and Ovid producing works that continue to be read and admired today. Section 7. Crisis and Transformation, the 3rd century and beyond. The Pax Romana, however, was not to last. In the 3rd century AD, the Roman Empire faced a series of crises that threatened its very existence. Internal instability, economic woes, and constant pressure from barbarian tribes on its borders pushed the empire to the brink of collapse. This period, known as the Crisis of the 3rd century, saw a rapid succession of emperors, many of whom died violently. The empire fragmented, with breakaway states emerging in Gaul and the east. The economy spiraled downward, plagued by inflation and declining agricultural production. To address these challenges, Emperor Diocletian implemented a series of reforms. He divided the empire into eastern and western halves, each ruled by a separate emperor. Diocletian also introduced economic and social reforms aimed at stabilizing the empire. Section 8. The Fall of the Western Empire. A new chapter begins. Despite Diocletian's reforms, the Western Roman Empire continued to decline. The empire faced constant pressure from migrating Germanic tribes. In 410 AD, the Visigoths, under the leadership of Alaric, sacked the city of Rome, a shocking event that signaled the empire's waning power. The Western Roman Empire finally crumbled in 476 AD when the last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by the Germanic general Odoacer. While the Eastern Roman Empire, centered in Constantinople, continued for another 1,000 years, the fall of the Western Empire marked the end of an era. The fall of the Western Roman Empire was a complex process, the result of a confluence of factors. Internal instability, economic decline, and external pressure all played a role. However, it is important to remember that the fall of the empire did not mean the end of Roman civilization. Roman culture, law, and institutions continued to influence the development of Western Europe. Section 9. Medieval Rome, Power and Piety. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, Rome entered a new phase. The city, no longer the capital of a vast empire, became a center of religious authority. The papacy, the office of the Bishop of Rome, grew in power and influence. In 800 AD, Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne, the King of the Franks, as Holy Roman Emperor. This event marked the beginning of the Holy Roman Empire, a loose federation of states in Central Europe that claimed to be the heir to the legacy of ancient Rome. Throughout the Middle Ages, Rome was a city of pilgrimage, attracting the faithful from all over Europe. The papacy wielded considerable political power, engaging in power struggles with emperors and kings. The city's skyline began to be dominated by churches and basilicas, built over the ruins of ancient Roman structures. Section 10. Renaissance and Renewal, a city reborn. After a period of decline in the late Middle Ages, Rome experienced a rebirth during the Renaissance. This transformative period in European history witnessed a renewed interest in classical art, literature, and philosophy. Rome, with its wealth of ancient ruins and artifacts, became a center of this cultural revival. Popes and wealthy patrons commissioned artists like Michelangelo, Raphael, and Bramante to create magnificent works of art that celebrated both Christian faith and classical ideals. The city's churches and palaces were adorned with breathtaking frescoes, sculptures, and architectural masterpieces. The Renaissance transformed Rome's appearance and its place in the world. The city became a magnet for artists, scholars, and travelers, eager to experience its unique blend of ancient history and artistic grandeur. The Renaissance papacy played a key role in this cultural flowering, using its wealth and influence to transform Rome into a showcase of the age. Section 11. Modern Rome, from fascism to flourishing metropolis. In the 19th century, Rome became the capital of a unified Italy. The city underwent significant modernization and expansion, with new neighborhoods and infrastructure projects changing its urban landscape. However, the 20th century brought new challenges and transformations. During the fascist era, Mussolini's regime sought to associate itself with the grandeur of ancient Rome. The regime undertook massive urban renewal projects, often at the expense of historic neighborhoods. After World War II, Rome experienced a period of rapid growth and development as Italy recovered from the war. Today, Rome is a vibrant, bustling metropolis, a city that seamlessly blends ancient history with modern life. It is a global center of tourism, culture, and religion, attracting millions of visitors each year. From the Colosseum to the Vatican City, from the Trevi Fountain to the Spanish Steps, Rome offers a captivating journey through time. Rome's story is far from over. The Eternal City continues to evolve, embracing its past while looking towards the future. It remains a source of endless fascination, a testament to the enduring power of human civilization.